Hello everyone, this is Suresh from Azure ADB. Today our topic is how to use functions tz and tzinfo in Python. So that is when to use tz and when to use tzinfo. So before that, first we'll see the difference between datetime.now and datetime.today. So it will support time zone support. So first we'll see datetime.now and inside we are passing tz. So what it does is it will return date time aware date time. So that means if you pass any known date time time zone, then it will give you result. Means it will add to datetime object. So datetime dot today. So it does not support time zones. So whenever you required only datetime object and you don't require time zone, then you can use this datetime dot today. So what is best practice is use datetime dot now and inside that tz equal to time zone dot utc. Suppose this case I want to add time zone of UTC. So then I'm passing TZ equal to time zone dot UTC. So if you need time zone aware datetime. So use datetime dot today only if you don't need time zone support. So first we'll see about TZ, when to use TZ. So TZ means a time zone. So this TZ parameter, so we can use whenever you convert datetime object means time zone from one time zone to other time zone. So that time we can use this datetime dot as time zone. So inside as time zone, we can pass this parameter. So like this example. So when we'll use this TZDs, so we use to convert a time zone aware date time to a different time zone. So time zone aware date time means suppose I want UTC time date. So by using this, I will get UTC date time with time zone. Suppose this one I want to convert to different time zone. Suppose ESA time zone. So that time we can use this TZ. So what it does is it adjusts the time accordingly. So that means whenever you convert from one time zone to other time zone, it will convert the time accordingly. So based on time zone. So time zone aware objects or Python date time or time objects that include time zone information. So when to use this TZ is mainly when converting time zones. So when you have aware datetime object, that means one that already has time zone attribute and you need to convert it to another time zone. Then we need to pass this TZ argument. So first what I'm doing, I'm importing datetime library. So by using help function, you can find details of datetime function. So you can go through all this. So it giving all the information about datetime function. So you can check one by one. So yeah, you can go through about this datetime function. So it has a lot of information about this. So next we'll move on to TZ. So how to use the TZ? So syntax is we can use either the way. So datetime dot now and inside we are passing time zone dot UTC. Suppose I want datetime object with UTC time zone. So we can pass it either directly time zone dot UTC or you can mention TZ equal to time zone dot UTC. So now we'll see with example. So first what I'm doing, I'm importing this datetime module from datetime import datetime time zone. So these two I'm importing here. So first what I'm doing, I'm using datetime dot now. So that means I'm trying to get current datetime, date and time. So if I print this one datetime dot now, so here I'm printing current date and time, that is current underscore date. So what it giving? It giving today's date and time. So first it giving date and second it giving time. So hour, minutes, second and milliseconds. So next what I'm doing, I'm getting the current date and time with UTC time zone. So here inside that I'm not provided anything. So I didn't get here time zone. So here what I'm doing, datetime dot now, and inside that I'm passing TZ equal to time zone dot UTC. So then I'm calling printing this DT. See here, see up to here, same, and it additionally it adding time zone. This UTC time zone it is adding plus 0000. So you can pass, I given TZ, no, so you can try with without TZ also, simply mentioning time zone dot UTC. So here TZ is a keyword argument in datetime dot now. So used to specify the time zone. So this ensures that the returned datetime object is time zone aware. So if you compare this and this, so by looking this, you will come to know this is related to which time zone. And if you don't need time zone information, you can write it datetime dot now without mentioning TZ is fine for simple local timestamp. So suppose if you need only local date and time, then no need to pass this TZ value. So if you only need UTC, prefer datetime dot now time zone dot UTC instead of setting the custom TZ. So that means if you want only UTC time zone, then no need to mention like this TZ equal to time zone dot UTC. So you can directly mention time zone dot UTC. So if you want other than UTC, suppose AC Asia and in US you want different time zones, like America you want different time zones, then you can mention this TZ. Okay, so that we'll see in other further. So next, so datetime dot now, inside that TZ equal to none. So here I passed TZ equal to time zone dot UTC, forgetting UTC time zone. So but here what I'm doing, TZ equal to none, I'm passing none. So that means it returns the current local date and time. So that means you will get result like this without time zone. So next, same example we'll see here. So how first I'm importing date time and time zone from date time, and what I'm doing datetime dot now, and inside that I'm passing TZ equal to none. If I try to print this, see we are getting this one without time zone. So next what I'm trying to do is, so I'm passing datetime object function, so custom function. See here I used datetime dot now. So instead of that, I'm passing datetime function, and inside that I'm passing date and time information manually. And here I'm mentioning TZ info equal to time zone dot UTC. See here, whenever you do this datetime dot now, then you have to use TZ. Okay, so if you are passing manually like this, date and time, if you are passing manually, so that time you have to use TZ info. So here I want to get UTC time zone. So for this, if I try to run this, see first I'm getting UTC time zone. See here up to here, this is date and time, and this is 00 or UTC time zone. So next what I'm doing, I'm converting different time zone here. Suppose UTC plus 5. So I'm defining custom time zone. So for that what I'm doing, I'm using time zone function, and inside that I'm using time delta. Time delta of hours equal to 5. So that means for existing time zone, I'm adding 5 hours. 5 hours. So this variable I am passing inside this as time zone function. So here what I'm doing, I'm converting date time to, that means this date time to UTC plus 5 uh, date time. So for that, what I'm using as time zone. As time zone function we'll use whenever we want to convert from one time zone to other time zone. So for this existing this time zone, I am using this function as time zone, and inside that I am passing tz equal to this variable. So that means it will add 5 hours to this time zone. See here, earlier it is zeros, no? So now it is added 5 hours. Okay, so like this you can convert from one time zone to other time zone. So convert time zones. So here what it doing is as time zone, it adjusts the time from UTC 00 to UTC plus 5. So that here. So same thing that is. So next, see at the same way, since we used as time zone, see it changing time also here. See, as a time zone, what it does is it automatically alters this particular time zone. Okay, so initially was this, so later this. So not only it converting this time zone, not only this adding this 5 hours, automatically it altering this time zone also, time also. So next one is TZ info. So TZ info mainly will use whenever we are using datetime dot replace. So we used dot replace method to set or assign a time zone without conversion. That means, see here we used as time zone. So whenever we'll use as a time zone, we'll pass TZ. So here we don't, it won't allow TZ info. So as time zone, we are passing TZ. So whenever using as time zone, see according to this time zone, see this time also altering. But here, whenever using replace method, this time zone, no, it won't alter. It won't alter this time, and it will add only this value. So only attaches time zone info to a native date time, but does not adjust the time. So that means you will get same number here also. So only here you will see difference. So these are used by date and time clauses to provide a customizable adjustment. So suppose, for example, to account for time zone and daylight saving time. So whenever you use convert daylight savings, so that time we'll use this one. So next, when to use this TZ info. So while constructing date time, suppose I'm importing date time function. So next I'm writing date time, and this manually I'm constructing this date time. So here I'm giving only date up to here date, and here I'm passing only hour and minute. So if I try to print this variable dot tz info, so it giving none because we are not passed here tz info. So if you want to get tz info here, then we need to pass this one, tz info equal to zone info of UTC. So that means tz info only allows whenever you are constructing manual date time. So by using zone info function, I am defining here UTC. So if you print this one, see this is the time and it giving this UTC time zone. And if you try to print this TZ info, suppose I'll print like this TZ info. So now we'll get both the values. See, if you're not able to find out by looking plus 00, this is related to what time zone, then you can use this one, this variable dot tz info. So it will give you this belongs to which time zone. Since we passed here UTC, so here we are getting UTC. Next, assigning UTC to a native date time. So that means this is called native date time. So that means here manually we are customizing date time by using this date time function. So here, since we are not providing tz info like this here, so that's why we're calling unaware date time, or you can say naive date time. So at the same time, what is aware date time? So inside the date time, I am passing manually date time values, and additionally I am giving tz info equal to time zone dot UTC. So since we are passing tz info here, that's why we are calling as aware time zone. See here there is no time zone, here time zone is there. And if you see here difference, for tz info, I directly used time zone dot UTC. So here I used zone info of UTC. So you can use either way. So this library you need to call from here. So by using this, you can use this one, or otherwise you can use directly this one. So you can follow either this or this. So what it's telling is it does not convert the time. It just labels it. So that means, see, this time is same. It is just adding this label. So tz info is an argument for the datetime constructor, not for datetime now. So that means, as I told here, no. So this tz info we can pass only this one. So this we can call it as datetime object, or you can call it as a datetime constructor. So whenever you are passing manually, no. So that time only we can use this tz info. So it defines the time zone for a manually created datetime object. So manually created means this one. So manually we are passing date and time information. So next I'm trying to do datetime dot now. So here we used manual datetime object. So here I'm using this function datetime dot now, and I'm trying to check datetime dot now dot tz info. That means here I'm pausing, here I will get value, this datetime value. So here I'm trying to print what is the time zone type. Since I'm not passed time zone info inside this, it giving you output as none. So next, how to assign a time zone. So when you want to mark a naive date object, that means one without any time zone. So that means this one. So this, you remember, this we can call as naive datetime or datetime constructor or manual. So you can see like this, manually created time zone. So you can call either three ways. So belonging to a particular time zone, you set its tz info object. So if you try to print this one, so this don't have tz info here, and here I'm assigning tz info with the help of this one. So here what I'm using, I'm replacing. So that means this one I'm using here replace function, and inside that I'm using tz info. What am I passing? I want to convert to UTC time. So UTC time I'm getting plus 00. But if you see here, this time is not changing. But in case of where used as time zone, it changed time also. So this is the difference between as time zone and replace. Okay, so now at the end we'll see summary. What is the incorrect usage? So datetime dot now, and inside that if you pass this like this, it will throw error. because tzinfo is not valid keyword for now. So this tzinfo only valid for whenever you are creating manually like this. Only that time that is valid. So what is the summary is datetime.now, correct argument is tz. So that means datetime.now, inside that we can pass tz equal to timezone.utc. So if you are using datetime constructor, so datetime constructor means this one, manual creation. So that time you will use tzinfo. So like datetime, and inside that you are providing manual, so there you can use tzinfo equal to timezone.utc. So tz, so with datetime.now, tzinfo with datetime constructor. Okay, so now I think clear when to use tz and when to use tzinfo while working on datetime objects. So that's all about this video. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.